Hi, I'm Snype Saunters. Welcome to my channel. If there's one thing working in the financial world for 12 years has taught me is that many people live their entire careers waiting for the next weekend, the next day off, the next time that they can enjoy their own lives, saving, being responsible individuals, and living life the way we feel we should. And I've too have followed that path. I've been committed to my career. I've been successful in it for the last 12 years of my life. And recently I decided that I needed to make a change. And that is what this channel is all about. I found myself in a position I've heard many others seem to feel like they struggle with, where the company I was working for, I believed in the mission, I was successful at what I did, and I really felt like I was providing value to people's lives. But in the current corporate environment, a lot of companies are going to these lean operating business models where you do more with less, and you spend more hours a day at the office working, using less resources to try and provide valuable services at a good value for your clients. However, that leads to some very unhealthy lifestyle choices. So as a result, I found myself traveling 6 days a week, leaving my house on a Sunday, getting an Uber to the airport, flying out to a new city, then meeting with folks all week long, Monday through Friday. From 6 in the morning, I get up and start my day trying to get situated, get to whatever place I need to be in whatever time zone, find a quick breakfast, grind through a full day of meetings, and then work into the evening trying to document things and do the additional administrative work that support staff would hopefully do in a less lean business model. Over the course of the last year and a half of my career, I gained over 60 pounds. My doctor put me on blood pressure medicine. I was told that based on my blood work that I looked like somebody who would die in their 40s of a heart attack. And that led me to a concern. Going back to what I said before on people living for the weekend and living for a dream of retirement one day where they no longer have to grind through that 40 to 80 hour work week sometimes. That's what I came to reflect on and decided that I needed to make a change, because while I was making good decisions in my what would typically be considered the right approach to this sort of thing, I found myself likely not making it to that end of the road, not making it to that dream scenario where I get to retire and call it quits and then live for me finally. So that led me to this journey, where I've decided to quit my career after 12 years and backpack across the country. I got so depressed by the effects of the environment I was in and the weight I had gained. I felt like I couldn't even hop to another job or another career and successfully make that transition. I felt like I was completely spent of all career energy. And so as a result, I decided to go on a pilgrimage and work to repair myself mentally, physically, and to be happy and content as a human again. So that is the purpose of this channel. That's the purpose of my journey, my pilgrimage, and I hope you all enjoy the content that I'll be producing as I document and vlog my way through this venture. June 29th will be the first day of walking. Hopefully I'll make it to the Mexican border. I'll be starting at the Canadian border, and hopefully I'll make it to the Mexican border by around November-ish, late October if I'm lucky. And I hope to show you guys the many adventures and misadventures I have along the way, as well as show how this affects my mental state and my state of mind. I had gotten to such a miserable place where I just felt like I described myself previously as like a sludge of a human. Like in August of 2017, a good friend of mine proposed this idea that I should perhaps travel to help combat this depressive state that I had gone into and help me to feel better about myself and about life again. And that got me to thinking. I started thinking about, where am I most happy at? What place would help me to find who I am again and help me to rejuvenate my soul, revitalize me? And I thought back to reflections of what I used to do before I fell into this hole that I've been in. And people always have told me, as well as I've also thought myself, that I always appear the happiest when I'm in the mountains and in the wilderness. And that's something I love. I love being in the wild. I love exploring new areas. I love tackling new challenges and adventures. And that's where this idea all started from. It's a concept of rejuvenating my mind and my spirit by doing things I love that make me healthy, make me a whole person again. Some of you may be curious how I'm going about doing this adventure and how this is all going to transpire. Basically, I've obtained permitting from the Pacific Crest Trail Association, which you can apply for in early February is when it opens up, and I applied the day it opened. I've got permits available for walking along the trail and camping from June 15th to November 20th. I'll be basically living out of a backpack and a tent during that time. Once every 3 to 7 days, I will find myself walking by a road that will intersect the trail, and I'll either be hitchhiking or walking to towns, picking up resupply packages at the post office for food and other materials I need, as well as stopping at grocery stores to buy supplies. I've got a water filter to filter water while I'm out in the woods, and I'll be just living a very primitive and basic life and spending a lot of time reevaluating and thinking about life and thinking about what it really does mean to be alive and experience this short moment in time we really get on this planet to thrive as a person, as an individual, and hopefully come back a changed person with a better perspective on life, a better appreciation for the modern world and place that we live in.